Hey you guys, what is up? It's Clary Berry. I hope you're doing very, very well. Hope you are hanging in there at the very least. We're going to have a reading today where we're going to do, actually this is just a general reading, the literal general collective, divine masculine and divine feminine here to work with our twin flame needs here, okay? Whatever comes first, whatever wants to be, needs to be discussed the most. So again, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, ditch what doesn't. You can always get a personal reading at claryberry.com. Let's jump right in here. Take your power back. Got this the other day. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. This blue, this clear blue, it's a higher, it's deeper. It's not just sky blue. It's a clear, royal, regal, spiritual, indigo purple blue color that keeps coming up in a lot of readings. It is a period of time, where we are being asked to fully flow in that direction, of this spiritual calm, peace, knowing, steadiness. And Mountain Goat with the same bluish purple came out. There's something out of balance in your life, so do whatever you need to do to correct it. Okay, we have places to go. We have things to do. If we've got to climb to the top of the mountain, then we're going to climb to the top of the mountain. That's just the way that it is. But there's something out of balance in your life. So do whatever you need, clear, to correct it. Oh, and cards coming over. Got the Hermit card for our first overlying energy here. Let's see what else wants to come out and speak to us. Take your power back. Whatever you need to do to correct the imbalance. Correct the imbalance. Okay, let's see what we got here. 3 more. Oh, yeah. Okay, so right away, deep inside. Okay, because we're going within. We have to go within. We have to learn how to go within. We have to keep on searching. The search is not over. Keep on going. You might have gone within before. It doesn't matter if you've done it once or done it 12 times. Keep going, okay? Keep going. You're doing great, but the job is not done, so you can't just walk away. There's something definitely hiding, in our subconscious here that is like still needing to be dealt with, okay? You're still going places with it. There may be this element of, I don't know what to do. How can I be in all places at all times, perhaps, for some people? And again, I always say this, but learning the shadow work really helps you to understand your full self, your whole self, your true self, why you do certain things, why you don't do other things. It really helps you get to know yourself. You can see that in the program as I go through it and I'm sharing with you guys. And it's like, wow, I'm learning so much about myself, and it makes me love myself even more. So don't be afraid about going deep within. It may seem dark and scary. It may even seem like it's one of those things that's just fruitless, but this could not be the opposite. It's giving me vibes of some kind of party, some kind of bonfire party out under the sky. You think you're just going to another party, just to another random function, it turns out literally changing your life, having some kind of religious experience like for the rest of your life. That is the energy with this. Once you do this, once you go within, you're going to be so about it. You're going to love it. You're going to carry it with you every day for the rest of your life, effortlessly. This is not something, it's easier. I don't know. To me, it's even easier than the law of attraction. Law of attraction is easy. So, and all of the ways, learning all of the ways, the full way to do the shadow work here is really coming through. So let me know what you guys think down below. And, if you have gotten the program, tell me what you have thought about the shadow work. And if you haven't, then, you can also watch the playlist as well. I've got a playlist about shadow work that I'll be working on and expanding as well. Okay, but yeah, just follow that. That was pretty clear. Follow it. And then, once you get there, you still have your mission and you still have to do it. You can't just watch the video about the shadow work and think you're all done. You've really got to bring it in and make it part of your focus. And that's when you can start leveling up here. Okay. The Nine of Wands, leveling up. We're coming up to another level, to a point, to, gosh, got my tongue here. I think it's indicative, though, of what is going to happen. I think there might be almost a fear of what's going to happen when you get to the next level, when you get to the top, when you keep on changing, when you fulfill something. What is the fear coming from? Kind of have to, again, go within and do the shadow work to understand yourself truly here. Because you're trying, but it's like you're going, but then you're just kind of like coming short based on your plan, based on what your purpose is, because I don't think we fully understand it yet. And I think that's a general feeling right now that everybody's going through. Nobody knows what's going to happen. And so the best thing that we can do is to help our inner selves at this time. That's kind of our underlying energy here. Okay, so I do want to take our blockages and solutions here. So we're going to start off clear just with blockages. Okay, here we go. Okay. Been getting this for a while. So remember, blockages here. This is still being too stubborn, just doing things the way you've always done them because that's the way they're done. Like, we got to get rid of that. We have to do things because we want to. We have to think out every action. We have to be ethical, okay? And we have to be like open and honest and learning and growing, because if you really should be realized, there's so much to learn. Again, so much leveling up here. We don't even know the extent. We don't even know where this is going, but it's awesome, because again, we know that we are awesome, as within, so without. When you kind of heal that inner stuff and you make your thoughts just so much better, then it bleeds over into your emotions. And then when your emotions get better, your actions get better, and your actions over time will create what happens. And we can sort of take the power back here, so to speak. We can get control over our fear. We can get control over ourselves. And the way to start and the way to do it is shadow work all the way. It is a secret knowledge that people really should learn about. And that's why I make my program so affordable. So go to claryberry.com and check it out. Okay. So again, keeping this open mind and not letting yourself be indoctrinated by anything, not letting yourself lust after certain things just because that's what everybody else wants. Well, you got to have this, you got to have that, you got to have this, you got to have that. Do you really need all this stuff? Or can you start living in a new way? Can you take a chance, And again, whenever we're super honest with ourselves, aka shadow work and inner child healing, and we actually take the time to figure it out what it is that we truly want with the abundant holistic law of attraction. Okay, this is all in the AHLoA SWICH program, by the way. Check it out at claryberry.com. But once you start to realize what you want, you got to meditate. You got to sit around. You got to think about what you really want before you can even start taking any steps to it. And then then and only then and you can then put your emotions around it, put your emotions into these thoughts and start acting on them. And when you start acting on it, you start to get invested after you repeatedly do this. After you repeatedly come back and work on something, you will naturally feel more, more powerful, more positive, more confident about it. Okay. But it's just a matter of taking that step of belief. That's all it is. The fool only looks a fool because, he doesn't know if it's going to work out or not. But you just have to take that step and you just have to believe. You just have to understand about the goodness of life and the dualities of life. It should not scare you. We need to get past this as a culture of being scared by the duality, because really good is all there is, and the dark is just the absence of the light, which is false. It's false in itself. So learning about, there's religious learning, there's spiritual learning, there's tarot, there's astrology, there's numerology, there's all kinds of symbology, there's anthropology, there's mythology, like all of these things can help us to, and so many more, like not just that, like there's so many topics of knowledge right now that I think people are really would do well to be diving into, as well as learning the shadow work and doing the work. Okay, it's like putting the final pieces here together, the icing on the cake, getting ready for the party and the next big step in life. That's where we're at. But we just have to kind of trust. You just have to trust what you're being, what you're being told. Trust in me, trust in yourself. Okay? Trust in what it could mean for you. And again, all this leveling up and putting the pieces together, the shadow work helps with that. When you look at yourself critically, when you look at yourself, especially when you're having negative thoughts, you just flip it. You just flip the switch. Okay? You literally just flip it. Oh, so-and-so is doing something I don't like. How do I do that? How am I doing something that they might not like? How are they not doing something? How am I doing that? Asking yourself these questions, pondering, taking that time to ponder your life, to be intentional about your life in every way possible. So important. Okay, especially if we have these goals, we want to get there. Beware though of like trying to get there, okay? Because it's about the present moment right now, and what's going on inside of you, not necessarily all of the external stuff, which may or may not be on a pause right now. Okay, so let's go into solutions. We kind of got our blockages, too strict, too structured, too ego-minded, too physical reality, mundane life, kind of need to take that jump into the underworld, so to speak, into the subconscious. That's where the healing comes from, and that's where the love's gonna blossom from the most, the absolute most. And as much as you've learned here already, as much as you've watched good tarot, and hopefully avoiding the not so not so real, we'll put it that way. Yeah, new beginning of the mind. Again, I keep on mentioning this, to attach to this. Don't forget about the new year. Don't forget about the new decade. Keep it going. Stay focused, and you can be successful. Okay? But you have to stay focused and work with your subconscious. And now we're willing to do that. We get the Hermit card again. Again, this is a perfect time to go within. Anybody with extra time, energy should not be, facilitating that with more TV, more programming. We got to do the unprogramming, okay? And this is what this is. This is getting to the real you, shining this light on the real you. This is all shadow work is, you guys. Shining the light on the real you, putting your attention and intention into understanding your shadow. So when you shine the light on it, poof, it goes away. That's why I say it's always like such a shot. It's a flip of the switch. Because in as much as you can do this and lean it there, bam, you can see and you can understand. And when you can understand, you can grow and heal and love and live and heal this whole entire place. All of these peoples. Okay, but we have to, again, kind of let go of these old, I wanted this, I've always wanted that. Well, there's a little bit of a grow up energy. And again, who are you? Are you these things? Are you these symbols? Or are you what you decide you are? Let's just put it that way. You and your partner are what you decide you are. Okay? So, I think the balance, as it may be in the relationship, but it's definitely also within yourself. If it's if something is showing up in the relationship, it's going to be in each of the people on some level as well. That's why we can all do the shadow work. Teaching your partner how to do shadow work, just mentioning it flippantly, without being like, hey, you need to do this for our, the less the better. We don't always need to tell all the details and show all of our cards all the time, but with things that are important and that really help you want to share them. And that's what this card is about for me right now, is after you start to do this healing, after you really kickstart your new beginning here, and this new beginning with your cycle of this romance, and it's really coming through right now as beyond everything, beyond, it's just the truth, it's just true love, it's just coming through as like so healing and growth and change, but also clarity and understanding and spiritual knowledge and power. The relationship is embodying all of that right now. So that's great. But again, it's kind of, we got to push it through into this, which is, again, once we do our healing, then we can actually help to heal others. Once we have our union, you can come together. So, focus on this. Again, the daydreaming is perfect with we have energy in Pisces. Our Mercury is in Pisces, so our thoughts are very naturally kind of daydreamy, romantical, fantastical. So it might be a new thing, that you're letting yourself do that. Okay, but again, you kind of want to, if you want it to be successful here, if you want this new beginning to be successful, you have to go within. You can't ignore this. You cannot ignore all the hermits that keep coming up and everything. Okay, next leveling up is going to be, by contemplating it, by feeling it. But how do you feel it? Your feelings will guide you. Your feelings are a tool. People are so quick to ignore their feelings. As you're going through things, your feelings are your guide of which way to go. So don't neglect them. Don't think that it's bad. Use them. Don't be afraid of reality because you want something different to happen. Understand that you need to mold to the universe, not the other way around necessarily. But again, we still have this creative power. But right now, it's all about going within and figuring out what's in there. Figuring out, being honest about, again, who you are, what's going on with your life, what you're doing, and then being able to show that on a level, where everybody can see, to show the divinity of your thoughts, beliefs, actions, expectations, all of it coming together. Okay, you may be a leader in this time. We may be having to help people. There's a lot of that vibe going around right now, but this is also help yourself by healing. This is how you take your power back. This is how you undo the programming that has been put upon all of us. We all need to do this. And I always talk about, it's like a light. You help light my candle, I'm able to light the next candle, and then everybody's candles can light up and we can be out of this darkness, out of these dark times. And that's how we do it. We stay together. We share. You have to share. The share piece is important. Not only are you being asked to change, cling to this new mindset, whatever your, this new beginnings that we have, this new way of thinking. And again, if you don't have one of those, then the shadow work will help you. You just have to be willing to, jump into the shadow work and figure that out and shine that light on yourself and understand who you are, understand, better what your purpose is. And then you can share your healing experiences and your learning and, possibly make it a mission. You can really help a lot of people right now and the general vibe on earth. Okay. But you've got to have that awakening yourself before you can ever share it with others. You've got to get this, again, what's out of balance, in our lives. What is keeping us from being able to level up and keep leveling up? Something's getting in the way. And it's just a matter of just kicking it aside and just getting that back leg, just a little kick it down the hill and it's gone. This is a good time for change. This is a really good time for change. Take your power back. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Remember, if you want a personal reading, check me out at claryberry.com. And you can also find me all over social media. The links, again, they're all at claryberry.com. So just keep envisioning, the angels and God and the universe helping us, and this healing that's coming over everyone inside and out at this time. Really is possible to do a lot right now to really help the people take the power back here too. Okay, but again, before we can help others, we have to help ourselves. So make those last little changes, those little tweaks that you feel like you have to make right now, and then let's keep moving forward and keep going deeper and higher, deeper and higher. Okay, much love, many, many blessings to you of peace and love and health and happiness and prosperity. I hope you guys are really doing amazing. I hope you're over here learning lessons and leveling up on the inside, and then all of us can continue to level up physically as well and just just positive vibes. You know, we know they work. We put them out there as much as humanly possible. Okay? Have a wonderful day. I will talk to you guys real soon. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.